Hey there, it's Imran and you're watching Imran Plus. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the winners of the Golden Globe Awards. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association, who run the Golden Globes, are still recovering from their scandal of last year where it was revealed that they did not have a single black member in their entire voting committee. And so I'm not really sure how much weight the Golden Globes carry anymore. There has been a huge backlash, rightfully so. And I know they've been taking steps to address that and, be more equitable with their voting members. And so we'll see as the years go on how much they can recover. I wanted to make this video to talk about the winners from the standpoint of the artists and my thoughts on who won and the films that won, as well as who I think is going to have the greatest chance for the upcoming Academy Awards. So this isn't really about the Golden Globes themselves, but more so about the award season in general, and another opportunity for us to talk about movies. And who doesn't love that? Before we get started though, make sure you start off 2022 right by clicking that subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos. All right, so we're gonna get started. I'm using the official list of winners from the Variety website, and so I'll link that in the comments below if you want to look at it for yourself, but we're going to start at the bottom and work our way to the top. So the first award is Best Animated Picture, and the nominees for this were Encanto, Flea, Luca, My Sunny Mad, and Raya and the Last Dragon. Now 3 of those are Disney movies, so we've got some friendly fire here, and I'm sure Disney knew that they were going to take home the award, but Encanto ended up winning, which I think is well-deserved. I really liked Encanto, and I think of these films, it was the strongest, and I hope it also wins the Academy Award. Next is Best Original Song. We have Be Alive from King Richard, Dos Oruguitas from Encanto, Down to Joy from Belfast, Here I Am from Respect, and No Time to Die from No Time to Die. And winner, of course, was No Time to Die by Billie Eilish and Phineas O'Connell, and I think that is well deserved. Of these songs, this is the most memorable and I think my favorite of them. Billie Eilish really did a great job, and I think she did justice to the Bond theme and the iconic title track. I think it's super funny though that We Don't Talk About Bruno is not on this list. I think it's because the submissions for most of these awards were due before Encanto release, so Disney kind of just put in the ones that they thought were going to be the most popular or the best. But I think if We Don't Talk About Bruno had been in this category, it for sure would have won. I think that is the song of the year. It's topping all of the charts. I have not heard anyone who doesn't like it. I mean, it's such a great song, and it's crazy that it's not on this list. Like, wow, it could have won Best Original Song at the Oscars, and now it won't. So that's hilarious. Lin-Manuel Miranda, I think, could have got an EGOT, but he is not going to now. So, I mean, who knows? He might still win for the other song from Encanto, but it would have been for guaranteed with We Don't Talk About Bruno. Anyway, next is Best Screenplay. We have Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza, Kenneth Branagh for Belfast, Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog, Adam McKay for Don't Look Up, and Aaron Sorkin being their Ricardos. Kenneth Branagh won this one for Belfast, and I think that this is the best way to recognize Belfast, and I expect that probably for the Oscars we're going to have a similar situation. I don't think Belfast is going to take home any of the major categories, and so I think that Screenplay is a great place to give it some recognition. If not Kenneth Branagh, then I think Adam McKay or Aaron Sorkin have the best chance of winning Screenplay at the Oscars, and so it's going to be one of those 3. Next is Best Picture in a Foreign Language. We have Compartment Number 6 from Finland, Russia, and Germany, Drive My Car from Japan, The Hand of God from Italy, A Hero from France and Iran, and Parallel Mothers from Spain. Drive My Car won, so congrats to Japan. I always feel bad that I can't talk more about this category because I haven't seen these movies, but I mean, this is going to join my list now, so I'm looking forward to watching this one. Next, we have Best Original Score. Nominations were The French Dispatch, Encanto, The Power of the Dog, Parallel Mothers, and Dune. And of course, Dune took this home. I'm so glad. I was rooting for Hans Zimmer. I think he completely deserves it. Dune had the best score of anything I've ever seen this year for sure. And so I'm rooting for it. I hope it gets the Oscar. I don't know how it can, but yeah, I'm so happy about that win. It was a great score. I still listen to it. Next is Best Supporting Actress in Television. Nominees were Jennifer Coolidge for The White Lotus, Caitlin Dever for Dopesick, Andy McDowell for Maid, Sarah Snook for Succession, and Hannah Waddingham for Ted Lasso. Sarah Snook took this home for Succession, and this was the first of many awards that Succession took home, so I need to watch that one. I have not seen it yet, I know, but it's on my list. There's just so much TV to watch. It's harder to catch up on TV because there's so much more to watch. Like, it's longer and more episodes than movies, and so I don't know when I'm gonna watch it because I want to watch White Lotus and Dopesick as well. So they're all just gonna be in line waiting their turn. I'll get to them eventually, but if not Sarah Snook, I think I would have picked Hannah Waddingham. I love her in Ted Lasso. Next, we have Best Supporting Actor in Television, and the nominees were Billy Crudup for The Morning Show. He actually is not going to be in The Flash because he had a scheduling conflict and chose to work on The Morning Show instead. And I mean, it was worth it because he got a nomination here, so that's great. Kieran Culkin for Succession, Mark Duplass for Morning Show, Brett Goldstein for Ted Lasso, and Oh Young-soo for Squid Game. And he won! Oh Young-soo won for Squid Game, and I'm so happy. He deserved that award. He was phenomenal on that show, and that show was one of the best shows of the year, and so I'm so happy about that. I'm very happy about this win. Next is Best Performance by an Actress in a Limited Series. We have Jessica Chastain for Scenes from a Marriage, Cynthia Erivo for Genius, Aretha, Elizabeth Olsen for WandaVision, that's a huge win, Margaret Qualley for Maid, and Kate Winslet for Mare of Easttown. Mare of Easttown swept the Emmys, so of course Kate Winslet won here again, and I think that is no surprise, but I'm so happy for Elizabeth Olsen. I think that her even getting nominated for WandaVision is a huge achievement, and she was phenomenal on that show, and so I think that I'm more happy about that than the actual win because I didn't watch Mare of Easttown. Next is Best Performance by an Actor in a Limited Series. Paul Bettany for WandaVision, Oscar Isaac for Scenes from Marriage, who trended for that show for different reasons, Michael Keaton for Dopesick, Ewan McGregor for Halston, and Tahar Rahim for The Serpent. Michael Keaton won for Dopesick, which is super exciting because I really want to watch that show. But I think Paul Bettany, again, that's a huge one getting nominated in this category. So I'm super happy for that. Next is Best Limited Series, Dopesick, Impeachment, American Crime Story, Maid, Mare of Easttown, and The Underground Railroad. The Underground Railroad took this one home. I haven't seen it, but it must be good, so I guess I will be watching. Next is Best Performance by an Actress in a TV Series, Musical or Comedy. Hannah Einbender for Hacks, Elle Fanning for The Great, Issa Rae for Insecure, Tracy Ellis Ross for Blackish, and Jean Smart for Hacks. Jean Smart took this one home. That's no surprise because Hacks is, I hear, a great show and seems to be beloved by critics, and I think it was a big player at the Emmys as well, so that's no surprise. But I really wish that this would have gone to Issa Rae. I think what she accomplished with Insecure is groundbreaking and historical, and I think that she deserves to get recognized for that. And this was the final season, and so I really wish we could have recognized Issa, but I think she should be proud regardless. Next is Best Performance by an Actor in a TV Series, Musical or Comedy. Anthony Anderson for Blackish, Nicholas Hoult for The Great, Steve Martin, Only Murders in the Building, and Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building, and Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso. Of course, Jason Sudeikis took this home, and deservedly so. He is phenomenal on Ted Lasso. It's such a good show. But if it wasn't him, I think Steve Martin and Martin Short were also very good in Only Murders in the Building. The fact that they kept me watching all the way to the end of the season was very impressive because I was not hooked on that show, at least for the first 3 episodes. So That's commendable. Next is Best Performance by an Actress in a TV Series Drama. We have Uzo Aduba for In Treatment, Jennifer Aniston, The Morning Show, Christine Baranski for The Good Fight, Elizabeth Moss, Handmaid's Tale, and Michaela J. Rodriguez for Pose. And MJ Rodriguez won. Rodriguez is the first trans actor to win a Golden Globe. And so this is huge. Now we have Best Performance by an Actor in a TV Series Drama. Brian Cox for Succession, Lee Jung-jae for Squid Game, Billy Porter for Pose, Jeremy Strong for Succession, and Omar Sy for Lupin. And Jeremy Strong took this home for Succession, another win for Succession. I have not seen any of these shows other than Squid Game, so I was rooting for Squid Game, but I'm sure that Jeremy Strong was great. Next is Best Television Series, Musical or Comedy. We have The Great, Hacks, Only Murders in the Building, Reservation Dogs, and Ted Lasso. You know, I personally would vote for Ted Lasso. I love that show, but here Hacks took it home, which again is no surprise. That seems to be a really strong contender, but Only Murders in the Building getting nominated, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for the show. And I think Reservation Dogs is the first show about Indigenous people to be nominated for a Golden Globe. So that's a huge achievement right there. And I think that that's a big moment for that show. Next, Best Television Series Drama. We have Lupin, The Morning Show, Pose, Squid Game, and Succession. Succession won this one, and I'm sure Succession fans are going crazy, but I personally think that maybe Squid Game should have won this one because that show was the #1 show in the entire world. I mean, everyone watched that and it was very well done. So I would have personally wanted that one to win, but Succession is taking home all of the TV awards. So that and Hacks, I mean, I guess I gotta watch them. Next is Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. You have Catriona Balfe for Belfast, Ariana DeBose for West Side Story, Kristen Dunst for The Power of the Dog, Anjanou Ellis for King Richard, and Ruth Negga for Passing. This is a pretty competitive category, but by far, I think Ariana DeBose deserved to win. I was rooting for her after I saw West Side Story, and I'm so happy that she won. She was phenomenal, and I am so excited for her. I hope she wins the Oscar because she deserves it. I mean, everyone else did a really good job too, but this is Ariana DeBose's win, and she has a great career ahead of her. Best Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture, we have Ben Affleck for The Tender Bar, which I didn't hear about until very recently, so I don't know what that's about. Jamie Dornan for Belfast, Ciarán Hinds for Belfast, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, Troy Kotsur for Coda, and Cody Smith-McPhee for The Power of the Dog. And Cody Smith-McPhee won for The Power of the Dog. And I have not seen any of these films, so I'm sure he did a great job and good for him. I think Jamie Dornan being nominated for Belfast is a big win for him. I think his career is going in the right direction. I, as you probably know, loved him in Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar, and I wish that film was getting recognized because that was a good movie. Okay, that was a good movie. Next we have Best Director Motion Picture. Kenneth Branagh for Belfast, Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog, Maggie Gyllenhaal for The Lost Daughter, Steven Spielberg for West Side Story, and Denis Villeneuve for Dune. And so I was surprised that Jane Campion won for The Power of the Dog. I mean, I haven't seen the movie, so I'm sure it must be phenomenal, but I really thought that Steven Spielberg was going to take this one home, and so I'm interested to see how the Oscars shape up. Personally, I think Denis Villeneuve was amazing, and I think I would consider giving him the Best Director award, but again, Dune was kind of the first chapter, so that's probably why it's not going to win it. A nomination is a big win though, so that's great, especially for a movie like Dune, which is like a blockbuster franchise. Next is Best Performance by an Actress in a Musical or Comedy. Marianne Cotillard for Annette, Alana Haim for Licorice Pizza, Jennifer Lawrence for Don't Look Up, hey, that's a comeback, Emma Stone for Cruella, and Rachel Zegler for West Side Story. Rachel Zegler won for West Side Story, and that's very amazing because this is, I think, her debut role. Like it was the movie, it was introducing Rachel Zegler, and so a win, that's wow. I don't know if I would give her the award. I think she was good in West Side Story, but I think there were definitely others that were better. Personally, I think that I would have given it to Emma Stone. I think she was phenomenal in Cruella. I really enjoyed that movie largely because of Emma Stone's performance. So that's where I would have given it. But I think we'll have to see. Jennifer Lawrence, I think getting nominated is a good thing for her career, and it's like a great comeback. But I don't think that she will win, even though she was good in that movie. So I think from these, unless it's an upset, it looks like Rachel Zegler just became a frontrunner. Next is Best Performance by an Actor in a Musical or Comedy. Leonardo DiCaprio for Don't Look Up, Peter Dinklage for Cyrano, Andrew Garfield for Tick, Tick, Boom, Cooper Hoffman for Licorice Pizza, and Anthony Ramos in The Heights. Andrew Garfield took this one home, and I am so happy for him. He deserves this win. He was so good in that movie, and he learned how to sing, and he just did such a good job. And I know he went through a lot when they were making that movie, and so this is his year, and I'm so happy for him. Personally rooting for Will Smith for Best Actor at the Oscars, but I think Andrew Garfield has a strong chance as well. Anthony Ramos, though, getting nominated, that's a big win for him, even though the Golden Globes don't really mean anything anymore, but that's still really, really cool. Next is Best Performance by an Actress in a Drama. Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Olivia Colman, The Lost Daughter, Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos, Lady Gaga for House of Gucci, and Kristen Stewart for Spencer. So we were correct. Kristen Stewart and Lady Gaga seem to be contenders, but Nicole Kidman took this home for Being the Ricardos, and I think that that is a good win. She was great in that, and so I'm interested to see. I don't think that she's the front runner for the Oscars because I think the Oscars could go to anybody. Olivia Colman is beloved, is an awards darling, so will she win it again? I don't know. Lady Gaga has a good chance, but I think because the rest of House of Gucci is not as strong, that hurts her. And then Kristen Stewart, I think she could walk away with it. So I'm gonna put it between Kristen Stewart and Nicole Kidman for the Oscars. Next is Best Performance by an Actor in a Drama. Mahershala Ali for Swan Song, Javier Bardem for Being the Ricardos, Benedict Cumberbatch for The Power of the Dog, Will Smith for King Richard, and Denzel Washington for The Tragedy of Macbeth. And Will Smith took this one home, as he should. This was one of his career bests. If he does not win Best Actor at the Oscars, a crime has been committed, and I will take to the streets because I think that this is his year. He is finally going to win his Oscar, I think, and what better movie than King Richard? I will say, though, that The Tragedy of Macbeth, I would think would get more recognition, but it's surprisingly absent. So, I mean, I haven't seen it myself yet, but that's interesting. Next is Best Picture, Musical or Comedy. We have Cyrano, Don't Look Up, Licorice Pizza, Tick, Tick, Boom, and West Side Story. West Side Story took home the award here, as it should. I think of these movies, it is the strongest. And Steven Spielberg can hold his head up high that West Side Story at least won Best Picture if it didn't make any money at the box office, even though the Golden Globes are controversial and are probably more of a negative at the moment. But I think that that is still good, and I think that it has serious chances still at the Oscars. And lastly, we have Best Picture Drama. Belfast, Coda, Dune, King Richard, and The Power of the Dog. And the winner was The Power of the Dog. Wow, okay, I have got to check this one out. This is a big win for Netflix. I personally am rooting for King Richard or West Side Story at the Oscars. I think if either of those two movies win, then I will be happy. But I mean, I'm going to watch The Power of the Dog from now until then, and that might change. Maybe I will fall in love with this movie too. But that's really strong. The Power of the Dog, it seems to be a serious contender, so we will see. So this is my I guess review of the Golden Globe winners and my predictions for the Oscars. I will do another video when the nominees get released for the Oscars, and we'll talk more about those awards specifically then. But let me know, what did you think about the winners from last night? Did your favorites win? Did you see any of these movies? Are these awards still inaccessible? Will the Oscars generate any conversation? We will have to see. Very curious. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great time. Lots more videos coming soon, but in the meantime, make sure you like this video and subscribe. Click the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and fellow movie enthusiasts. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.